are some games out there that are destined for greatness, and then there are some games that are just destined for the sales bid. And hell, some of those are not even bad, just mostly flawed, if anything. Except this one. This one's just bad. Hell, the only reason why I know about this game is because of a bad Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's not even that good. I mean, hell, it only works on level 3 monsters or lower. Apologies. But in any case, now, I just want to kind of start this review up by saying... That's literally all I can say in this review. In any case, let's begin with Nano Breaker. Now, let's just begin with the story of the game. As we are in the future where nanomachines are a thing now, making life better for everyone on this island called Nanomachine Island. Yep, I can confirm. That is a stupid name for an island. Yep. But the peace could not last, yeah, it went bad as people began transforming into the, whatever these things are called. What the hell name did they give them? Orgamax. I'm not remembering shitty names. No one should. Continuing. So, how the hell are they transforming into these monstrosities, you ask? Well, wait. God damn it. Why do I always need to use these damn notes whenever they start doing something stupid? Oh, shit. I'm gonna have to use the clip. Yes. Just go.
Nanomachine, son.
And strangely enough, that clip makes way too much sense later on. As this game feels very similar to another game that would have been made later. Expect it could be that same game. Is it done yet? Holy crap! That was a bit intense! Like, wow! I have played many bloody games, and this seems to go off the deep end and making any other type of game that's really drenched in blood look like child's play. Though it will chunk your PS2 to no end if there's a lot on screen, which there will be. This whole thing feels like a badly dubbed 90s OVA. And not the fun kind. So let's just hurry up, as the government gotta find a way to stop this all. The way to do it is to shut off the main computer, and the problem with that is that it's at the heart of the island. And that's pretty much a death trap, though that doesn't make any sense later, as All Saints somehow a doctor went in, and later on is fine because reasons. So I have to ask, why didn't they use an EMP on the island so they could just stop them all and just shut off the main computer without being near it? Do they fear that the nanomachines will somehow be able to disarm it? Or how about an EMP just to make sure that any biological life affected by this is just destroyed too? Though I can see that being a problem if it's on an island, or just a big enough bomb. Just a bomb. You know what I mean? But whatever. So the general then decides to bring out Jake, the genocide hero. I'm not sure how the hell you get a name like that, but what the hell. Because he murdered a bunch of innocent people while in a war, and I don't believe that. Yeah, by the end of the game, this is going to be most likely not a thing, I'm just saying. And besides, how the hell would the general be able to spare someone like that? Just, how do you do that? And don't ask, it was stupid to begin with. As he is, but also, let's mention something else. As he is now a cyborg ninja guy carrying a plasma sword. Yeah, I hope I made myself clear. Because, this is what I was thinking of when I was playing it, except garbage. Also later, we meet up with another cyborg who's in red, who will be our Virgil, our Sasuke, our Sam to our Raiden. Who I'm also guessing who killed the civilians. Because this game is not subtle or very good at writing, because who the hell cares? We then land and just get plopped into the game with nothing teaching us how to play, except how to move straightforward, and I think even then not really. So I'll try to explain the gameplay, but I warn that I don't know the mechanical depth of it for 2 reasons, and I'll try to my best. Combat is a hack and slash, with square and triangle being your horizontal and your vertical. Kinda like Soul Calibur, which is an interesting idea, which is compounded upon with another idea, the shift ability. By holding R1, it can actually make them use a different moveset, though still vertical and horizontally, just a different variety of those moves, as your weapon actually transforms to do these moves. Now, why did I talk about the mechanical hardness, as I seem like to explain it well enough? Well, for one, the combat's hard to master, like really hard. I mean, like, it took me even a while to do even normal combos, and even then, combos require way too precise button presses, thus making it hard to even use the combat in any effective manner. What's worse is that the combos are really slow and long, like wow slow and wow long, because that's literally all it is, and honestly, it's not that interesting. And sure, the game will allow you to change their form and weapon look out for a little bit, but that's literally it. There's nothing really that interesting to talk about when we're talking about the gameplay. And I mean, like, it is interesting trying to remember all those combos, but dude, that's like trying to remember, I don't know, insert random Tekken character, or Blaze Blue, or any game made by Arc System. I will be honest, they do look kind of cool, and I kind of wish the game made it more easier to use these, or hell, just made it so that you can have multiple weapons with lower combos, but still allow for variety, because most of them are very situational, and the only time you'll ever remember to use this move is because they're sort on the combo list. But wait, how do you get other combos? Well, you need to get chips. Why doesn't he have these already? I don't know. That is a good question. It's there for gameplay purposes, not story purposes. I'd rather the game actually make a point about these, but no. For some reason, no. But wait, didn't you say there was another reason? So what is that other reason? Well, let's actually start noticing something right now if you haven't. You'll probably have noticed by now that I haven't used any game later on in the game to show off the combat, and that's because I never used it, except in bosses, and even then not really. This game mechanics are so broken that there is literally no point in learning the combat. Let's explain. You see, by pressing the circle button, you can use an energy lasso. You know, you should never remind me of Sonic Boom. Though then again, unless you're actually showing off you're better than that game, which I'm actually having a hard time debating on if that's even true, or are they equally as bad. So, you're good for now. But let's actually continue on. When you do that, you can actually drag foes to you. Sorry, hold up. There we go. Yeah, kind of weird that this game actually had the mechanic first. I know, right? Yeah, and if you time it just right, you can insta-kill foes, and I gotta ask an important question, and it's really important. What were they thinking? Let's continue. So, now, here's the thing. I find this annoying, as I'm one of those people who says, if I don't find your combat engaging, why am I bothering, or what am I even doing here? Because I do not like when I can just break something super easily, unless it's so fun to do, which this isn't. Because here's the thing. If I have a way of just simply killing a foe with not much effort, then the game becomes boring, as I'm trivializing the combat. And hell, even with the boosters, you can even make it more trivial. Oh yeah, those. I forgot about those. Boosters are things that Jake the Cyborg why didn't they make that joke? Can use sometimes as he fills this bar, which you would think would allow him to use some super move or something. No, it's some sort of thing that gives you a unique ability once it's activated, and you gain XP for it as it levels up, though I wouldn't really recommend doing that as it's really boring. But okay, but whatever. What is the first booster they give you? To make the capture weapon easier to use. I am not joking. They literally hand you an item to make combat more trivial. though I'm trying my best to guess what the devs were thinking. Most likely I can presume that the devs thought this was a crutch for players until they can master combat a bit, as some bows are actually immune to it, though they forget to make it hard, even that, as they don't even bother to make those even challenging, as you can just legitimately pass over most foes without worrying about them, as the game will not force you to stay around unless you want to collect oil. Wait, what? Apparently in the manual it does mention that. But no, you are killing people who were mutated into those things. Why would it be oil unless you're trying to somehow subvert Sero, which is Japan's age limit thing? I'm guessing that's what it does. When you kill a foe or attack them, they spew out a lot of blood. Oops, I mean blood. As around every 20,000 gallons you get a life or booster meter up, and around 100,000 you get a permanent upgrade to those numbers. Why? How is that possible? The game will never give an answer to that, and those type of things always annoy me in game. I don't mind weird upgrade systems, just explain to me where are you getting this, like at least in universe. Like in FF10, they use spears to upgrade themselves and they actually do have a lot of power in them. It's also asked the question, where the hell is he storing this? This is a fucking gallon! I know video game logic, but still, it's always something I've always enjoyed. When you actually explain how the system works, even in the most convoluted sense. Like, I never liked Zero upgrade system because it was a stupid system that didn't really make any sense. So I'm just saying. I need to get some milk. Where's a glass? I have to say, this game looks bleh. I said it looks like a 90s OVA, and mind you, I do watch some of those types of OVAs in my time. But they aren't so dull looking, as everything looks bleh. I'm not a graphics snob, but you know what I am? I'm a style snob. How you present yourself is really important to me, because if you don't have something that can make you visually unique, like have something that you can call your own, it's kind of hard for me to remember you. Like, I will never forget Persona 5. It has a style to it that gives it its unique personality, makes it, like, actually something important. Like, if it didn't have that, I don't think many people would actually love it as they do now. About an hour in, I basically fully gave up on this game and decided to use literal cutscenes, as they were worth more time and effort than to play this game, because it is obviously boring. Besides, if I actually started this review like watching a 90s OVA, it would have been a lot more sweary and a lot more bloody, and I don't want to get a bloody nose for this joke, so there's a lot of fucking cursing, you dumbasses. Hi, me from the future. I need to actually mention something here since I did not mention it in the video. In fact, I forgot to mention two things. One of them was Koga Igarashi, the guy who helped, you know, Castlevania. The reason why I did not mention him, and I didn't ever make a point about mentioning him, was mostly because I couldn't find out what did he actually do. Like, yeah, he was a producer, but that didn't really tell us anything. Like, yes, being a producer could mean being a producer to being literally everything. If you want an example, Tetsuya Nomura. That's all I'm going to say. My other point is that I just didn't have any time to think about what he did, and anything I looked up did not show any evidence of him actually doing anything, so I left it out. But if I get some information, I'll make a post edit in the info, so, if anything. Oh, and the other thing, yes. The other thing I made a mistake was that I forgot to actually include another piece. Basically how Jake and the doctor actually met. Because, like, when I talked about it, it seemed like I actually was talking about something. But, you see, I forgot to record that. Well, technically I did record it. I forgot to re-record it because there was a bad audio issue. So, yeah. Continuing. I should mention now that most of the cutscene quality is all over the place. Like, wow, all over the place. But that's for later. As we right now, we gotta reach the satellite as she goes on a spiel about humanity sucks as I roll my eyes in annoyance. This game's trying to start a theme here, but it doesn't really work as there is no theme. Any theme you've been trying to do at is at least pointless at this point because you haven't tried to actually, present it. And now you bring it up like it's something to actually think about? No. And I'm gonna go on a side note here, and I know no one's watching this shit. So if you actually did watch this and actually know what I'm talking about, please tell me in the comments that you actually reached this point so I can at least show some satisfaction that some idiot out there actually watched my stuff. And I'm not calling you an idiot, I'm calling myself an idiot for making this stuff, and I'm actually wondering what's with people actually watching my stuff. But, okay, sorry, side noting. But I make it a rule that I don't think deeper about games that I do not think are good. If they're not good to me, I'm not caring. Because they have failed to be at least anywhere near decent. So I will not think deeper about them. In any case, let's continue. Strangely enough, this is also where the game becomes more stupid. Yeah, if you didn't think this game was already stupid, it's gonna get more stupid. As after getting the main computer to, well, return back to normal, we find out that the general was evil all along. As he wanted to, you guessed it, take over the world.
Of course!
This never made any sense. The game brings it up like it makes sense, but it really doesn't, because by doing this, the game is bringing up a plot hole that he could have just not brought up Jake at all and just used Keith, or whoever the guy was. Like, I think this guy's name's Keith, because I can remember his personality and name, because this guy seems to be able to go through the area without trouble, so why not just use him? I'm just saying. And this is where Keith actually does something. He basically just cuts us in half, and I'm like, wait, we couldn't block that? and he just falls into a hole somewhere. Like, wait, what? Where did that hole come from? That hole was not there. And I would do the joke of, that's all, folks, but I'm saving it for later, trust me. It'll be funny when I do it there. Then, and I can't believe this, the game gets even more stupid as that old man from a while back saves Jake. Somehow. Like, I don't even know. If you would like to explain it, go right ahead. And tells him how to turn off the main computer, as there's some other thing that's actually working all the Orgamac. As we actually get the best part of this game, and I am not joking you. I have to show you the entire thing, and I have to thank you, Play, for the footage, because I could not bother to get this far, and this cutscene is so, oh my god.
How did it feel to be sliced in half by me?
You missed my vitals on purpose, didn't you?
Of course. What, did you think that was enough to make up for my humiliation when you killed me? Now I'm going to beat you on a level playing field.
That doesn't sound like something a mass murderer would say.
Idiot! You still think you're human, don't you?
If I didn't, I'd be nothing more than a weapon of mass destruction.
After all of those people we murdered, tell me, just how are we human?
You crossed a line. That's why I put you out of commission.
A weapon's worth is measured by power. I hate myself for losing to someone as soft as you.
That was so funny. Just the sheer lack of quality control on this is so staggering. I mean, the running. I think it's just the running that just makes me laugh the most, as I cannot hide the sheer stupidity of it all. I could end my review right here, but I have my standards, but also right at the end of the review. So the final boss is the general. As we kill him, go on this speech about humanity being awesome and whatnot, not deserved at all. And then the old man comes back after the tower is destroyed, which is actually destroying the island, and he's in this car, and we all jump in. And while they're driving away, they're about to reach a bridge, but then Jake remembers, oh shit, I destroyed the bridge, and then they all just jump off the bridge.
That's all, folks.
This game sucks. The literally only good part was at the badness of it all, and honestly, you could just watch the cutscenes and that would be a better time than actually playing this game. Next time, I'm at least going to really cover something good. I'm going to cover Ni no Kuni, Jet Black Mage. And no, I'm not talking about the remaster, I'm talking about the original Ni no Kuni.